So the YouTube, it's your day one. Play a partner with more sauce than pasta. Same old, you know what I'm trying to say? Same thing, just different day, brother, okay? You know what I'm saying? Excuse the little hair exchange, you feel me? The little hair setup, you feel me? We gotta stay looking flossed up, sauced up, and bossed up around here with the same chain gang, okay, brother? Look, I wanna let y'all know in a little bit secret, you feel me? And I don't know if they're gonna call it a vlog, I don't know if we're gonna call it none of this, but I just hopped on the Amtrak, hopped from Bakersfield all the way to Oakland. I'm in the town right now, town business, you know what I'm saying? Had no plan, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I got that freedom to do what I want to do. I got that freedom to do, you know what I'm saying, what I want to do and how I want to do it and when I want to do it. Like, that's a blessing, something I wasn't able to do back in the past, you feel me? To think that I could just, say, hey, you know what? I ain't even go. I'm just going to go for a few days, you feel me? Get lost in the sauce, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I have the ability. The only ability I don't have right now is any real responsibilities, you know what I mean? I don't have no real responsibilities. I don't got to take care of no kid. I don't got to take care of, you know what I'm saying? Fortunately, no house bill. I don't gotta take care of none of that, you feel me? All I gotta take care of right now is myself. Make sure I stay out of trouble, you feel me? Make sure I don't live no double life, because the double life is a trouble life, you know what I mean? And it's real crazy out here, man. It's real crazy out here in today's society. And I'm looking around, you know what I mean? Because I'm a real people watcher. I'm very, very observant by nature. And I look at people, I look at the way they act, look at the way that people walk, you know what I'm saying, in different cultures, and it just kind of amazes me, so you got to sit back and really think about it. Like, it really just amazes me how there are different people who in different places talk differently and walk differently and move differently, that think differently, all because of their environment. And it really reminds me about this one thing I read in Atomic Habits by James Clear. He said, in order to make, your desired, I guess you could say, result or desired habit become habitual in your daily life is by changing your environment. In other words, saying, for example, you feel me? Let's say you wanted to be like a nurse. You're gonna go, obviously, switch that. We're gonna change it like this. Let's say you wanted to go become a chef. You want to be the next chef Gordon Ramsay. You know what I'm trying to say? Let's say you want to become a chef. You're gonna go sign up to any community college or a real college or this little program, whatever it may be, anywhere where you could find yourself some classes where you could become a specialize in culinary food, you feel me? Specialize in, making burgers, flipping burgers. If you want to do that for a living, hey, that's you, brother, you feel me? But it's a real thing, right? You want to put yourself in the environment where your desired result is not, it's not any different. It's normal. It's culture is what I'm really trying to say. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't see somebody who wants to do nursing in the culinary class, and same thing vice versa. You wouldn't see somebody in the culinary class who wants to be a chef, sign up for culinary, be in a nursing class, because, they don't match up. They don't line up with one another. They contradict each other, you feel me? And it's kind of like that with people. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have a certain type of result in your life, whether it's like you want to be, make more money, if you want to have a certain type of lifestyle, if you want to live a certain type of way, you got to change your environment in order to make that, and make sure that the environment that you're trying to live supports that. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be, like, for example, another, like, let's say you want to be an engineer. You know what I'm saying? Go to Cal Poly University, where you can find and get yourself a major, you know what I mean, and graduate with a engineering, you feel me? All that other type of stuff. Don't go to some, community college where they don't have that, they don't support that, you feel me? If you want to go study psychology, go all the way to the East Coast, where you could be in Boston, you know what I'm trying to say? College, university, you feel me, where they specialize in that type of stuff. You have to change your environment, so that way you could go higher than your fellow man, you know what I mean? Not even just higher than your fellow man, but higher than where you're at right now. And this fool right here, though, trying to change the environment, trying to really, get some type of motion, you know what I'm trying to say, in my life. And I also want to speak about this too. It's like communication, man. Communication is so key. Communication, if it's so key, think about it, right? A key could open up any type of door. If your communication is on point, your communication is key to you, you can open up any type of door, man. As long as you open up your mouth and just say something and speak up. You know what I mean? You don't gotta speak down on nobody. You don't gotta speak you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta speak down on nobody. You don't gotta, speak bad about anybody, but you do gotta speak up and speak out. You know what I'm trying to say? That's my philosophy. My philosophy, as a matter of fact. I don't speak down on nobody. I speak up and I speak out. You know what I mean? I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And I stand on what I believe on. And it's like that, man. You know what I mean? It's really like that. You know what I'm saying? Change your environment, man. If it ain't positive, man, you know what I'm trying to say? If it isn't a positive environment, change your environment. Make it, you know what I'm saying? Conducive to what you want your outcome to be, man. That's all I really gotta say, man. Communicate that. You know what I'm trying to say? I've learned about it like this. My dad always tells me like this: you gotta be your number one preacher. That's what he tells me. You gotta be your number one preacher. I'm like, what is that even supposed to mean? But just recently too, it's really been connected with me on a real hardcore level. I gotta communicate. You know what I'm saying? Because communication is gonna be so key. I think I've said it in the video. I'm gonna say it again. The reason why us babies, when we was all babies, every single one of us, you feel me, from the sperm to the embryo to the baby, you know, to the fetus, you know, I'm trying to say all the other type of stuff, to being a full-grown man, right? We've been wanting to communicate. But as babies, our brains are so small, our brains are so malleable that we're not able to, you know, communicate. We're not able to speak. So the only way to verbalize what we really feel is to cry. You know what I'm saying? It's to cry. The only way to verbalize, you know, that you're hungry as a baby is to cry. The only way to verbalize you want to get picked up because you got a burp. You know what I'm trying to say? You got a dirty diaper, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? Is to cry. And the reason a lot of y'all people are crying on the inside because y'all not communicating. Y'all don't know how to communicate, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to speak up. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why I say communication is key. Dale Carnegie even says in one of his books that communication is the root to pretty much all the problems. They say, you know, the love of money is the root of all evil. I say that's pretty true, though. You know what I'm trying to say? But in order to get that money, man, you got to communicate that. You know what I'm saying? In some way, form, or fashion. And I would have to say that communication is the number one, you know, root to all of your problems. Think about it like this. If you were to communicate with the person that you got bitterness towards, you got bitterness or you got unforgiveness to, you feel me, or that hurt you, whatever, you're not communicating with that. Think about the problems that could be resolved, that could be solved, you feel me? Solved and resolved if you were just to open up your mouth and speak about it. You know what I'm saying? It really makes me mad, bro. I just want to say this. It really makes me mad when I hear a lot of people, you know, be afraid to speak up and be afraid to speak out and say what they really feel. Hey, man, there is a thin line between, you know what I mean, saying what you mean and, you know, coming off in a disrespectful way. Because if, you know what I'm saying, if you condemn somebody, you criticize somebody, and you complain about somebody, that is never going to help nobody. That's not going to change your situation, and it's never going to change the other type of individual that's listening to you. For example, if I were to tell my friend, like, hey, bro, like, man, bro, you know what I'm saying, you got to brush your teeth in the morning, bro, because I hate it when your breath stinks in the morning, bro. Like, it ain't no good when you do that. He going to look at me and start laughing. He going to recognize I'm criticizing him, you know what I mean? And I'm complaining about his bad breath in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Just a figurative example. But guess what? Because I told him that in that type of way, and I was criticizing him, I was condemning him, and I was complaining to him, you know what I mean? And I also came off in a joking manner. He's not going to take me serious, and he's going to walk around with death breath. He's going to walk around, you know what I'm trying to say, needed a mento, you know what I'm trying to say, or a high chew, you know what I mean, in his mouth, because he really got that, you know what I mean, morning death, dragon breath, you know what I'm saying? Can't have that. But if I were to tell him, still speak and verbalize how I felt, but in a way where, you know what I mean, it was, you know, it was meaningful, and in a way where it was clear, and I communicated in a high effective way, and I said what I mean and meant what I say, but in a respectful manner towards him, that person gonna have, you know, beautiful smelling breath. You know what I'm trying to say? Not only he gonna do that, but he probably gonna shave. He probably gonna, you know, get a regular haircut on a regular basis. You know what I'm trying to say? He gonna wax his eyebrows, whatever it may be, yada, 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 right? That's how I really feel, man. But if you're not, listen, and the reason why I'm talking about environment and communication is because if your environment isn't communicating, you ain't gonna grow, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna grow, bro. You know what I mean? Communication is the root to all of our problems, bro. You know, so we need to start communicating as people, man. That's crazy, bro. Like, in every book that you could ever read, bro, even starting from the Bible, bro, you know what I'm saying? God tried to communicate with us. You know what I'm saying? So it's communication, bro. Communication is so key. If we don't have no communication, you know what I'm trying to say? God never tried to communicate with us through the Bible, you know? Whether you believe in him or not, you know what I'm trying to say? It's the spoken word. So it's like, if he never tried to communicate with us, you know how far we would be, how lost we would be, how, you know what I'm saying, we would have so many more issues than there are already issues, you know what I mean? And us as human beings, bro, we are designed as, you know what I'm saying, social creatures. You know what I'm saying? We're designed to be communicative, you know what I mean, with one another, and to have community, you know what I'm saying? It's just our nature, it's in our DNA. So when I see somebody, bro, that does not communicate in their environment, you need to switch up that environment. When I see somebody who is in an environment, you know what I'm saying, or that communicates, you know what I mean, and it's in an unhealthy environment, you gotta switch up, bro. You gotta change that. ASAP, no Rocky, for real, bro. You gotta change that up. And I really want to encourage everybody, man, you know what I mean? This is my philosophy, man, you know, so you could either agree with it or not agree with it, you feel me? If you've been watching this video this whole entire time, I appreciate y'all, man, and I'm gonna continue to do some more of these videos, man, because it really gives me a voice, you know what I'm trying to say, and it gives me an ability to speak up on how I really feel, and pretty much say what I really mean, and speak up on the areas in society where I really want to see some type of changes, you know what I'm trying to say? But it is what it is. I'm gonna continue to do my learning and my research before I come out here and start speaking on a platform I don't know nothing about, you know what I mean? But I think we could all come to an agreement that we need more communication when it comes to our community. We need more communication when it comes to our, you know, what is it? In our families, in our friendships, like all that other type of stuff, man, you know what I'm saying? Promise you, man, if somebody didn't open up their mouth, you probably wouldn't have that job. If you didn't open up your mouth, you wouldn't have that house, you wouldn't have that relationship, you know what I'm saying? If you were just to open up your mouth, you know the amount of doors that would open up for you. Think about that, bro. Just think about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you're afraid to do, you know what I mean? If your environment isn't allowing you to change or grow, guess what? You gotta exit the premises, you know what I'm trying to say? And this is the last thing I'm gonna say before I conclude the video, is this, y'all. I want to give y'all the example of a goldfish. I probably said it in another video, but I'm gonna continue to use this reference because it really does hit home, you know what I mean? It really does make a whole lot of sense. Think about a goldfish. A goldfish, it's abstract in colors, you know what I mean? So abstract they made a Disney movie about it called Finding Nemo. You know, there's millions of fish in the sea, metaphorically and literally, you know what I'm trying to say? And they chose to use the goldfish. I'll have y'all know that the goldfish, if you put it in a bag, obviously like at a carnival, you put it in a glass tank at your house, it's only going to grow as big as its environment due to its survival, so that way it can survive as long as possible. But if you were to take that same goldfish and put it in a lake, in the ocean, man, you could end up finding out that that goldfish can grow to, you know what I mean, enormous, you know, weight size, growth. I think the biggest goldfish that was ever recorded was not too long ago. It was like 52. It was like 52 pounds or something like that. You know what I mean? And like 16 inches or something crazy like that. Y'all can search it up. And I thought about it, it's like, man, how come I've never seen a goldfish like that? It's because the goldfish obviously is in a different environment. It's in a different environment. You're only going to grow as big as your environment allows you to grow, man. If you in that trash bag, if you in that plastic bag, if you in a glass tank, you're only gonna grow as big as your glass tank. You're only gonna grow as your big. You're only gonna grow as big as your, you know, plastic bag, whatever it may be. And if you want to be, you know, what I'm trying to say, doing bigger and better things. If you want to, you know, reach levels that you never thought you could reach before, you got to, bruh. Speak up. Don't speak down on nobody. Don't speak down on any type of situation unless you're trying to create any or cause any type of change. But speak up and speak out. Never speak down on nobody. Another thing is, you feel me, is change your environment. Make sure that the environment that you want to make, the environment that you want to be in is conducive with the habits that you want to, you know, have in your life. You got to, you know what I mean? Whatever type of habit that you want, make sure that the environment that you're in is the type of habit that is culture. It's conducive, you know, it's relatable to everybody. You know what I'm trying to say? You order some of the 5 friends that you surround yourself with due to psychology. So this fool right here, though, internationally known, #1 go-getter with the Mo Cheddar and the #1 storyteller, you know what I'm trying to say? We're the best YouTube right here in the nation, you know, subscribe to the YouTube so we can stay connected like Bluetooth, you know what I'm trying to say? I really love each and every single one of y'all for watching these videos, man, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole lot of stories to tell, you feel me? A whole lot of information to go ahead and give, you feel me? And I got a whole lot of, you know, wisdom to share, you know what I'm saying? But thank you for watching this video. This fool right here, though, best YouTuber. I'm trying to let y'all know we problem solvers, we shot callers, and we some educated scholars around here, though, okay? You know what I'm saying? Believe that, though. This fool right here, though, yeah.